Hey there, kiddies! Welcome back to Sweet Dreams of Nature. I'm your host, as always, Mr. Yummy Yum Sparkledew. Who are you? Oh, come on, I just said I'm Mr. Yummy Yummy Sparkledew from the Dynamite Candy Factory, and I brought my friends. First, we got Aaron the Stegosaurus. Yep, that's my name, don't wear it out. Then, of course, there's Trina Sarah. I'm a girl. And don't forget old Grumpy Gus. I hate fun. Rah. Okay. I, I, okay. Would you guys please leave? I don't have time to deal with this PBS Kids whatever this is. Mr. G, don't insult them. These are some of the hottest characters on the market right now. I paid them in order to be on our channel to boost viewership. Hottest characters? What are they? Is this some sort of new kids movie that's making the rounds or something? Nope, they're from the hit new indie horror game, Dynamite Candy Factory. Horror? These are horror characters? Oh, I get it. They appear cute, but then it turns out that they're actually horrific, otherworldly beings with like 50 jaws and like 100 eyes all over their back or something. That's actually kind of clever. Nope. This is what they always look like. What? Then how are these guys horror characters? They look like they come from a bootleg Barney the Dinosaur TV show. Come on, Garrett. These guys are money makers. They're the most famous characters in all of video gaming at the moment. Just look how many views videos about them get. This is a gold mine here, Garrett. And besides, we can't look too scary. We don't want to scare any of the kids away. You guys are horror characters. You're supposed to scare kids. You're supposed to be scary. But if we were scary, how could we get merchandise? I mean, if we scared them away, no one would click the merch link on the title screen. Or buy chapter 2. Oh, of course you guys are a chapter-based release system. Yeah, because if we released the whole game at once, people would realize how terrible it is and they would quickly move on. I mean, it's to, see what people like and, guys, the cover's blown! Let's get out of here! No! No, 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 no! Get back here! No! Come on! I'll double your pay! Come on! Oh, no, not again! Garrett, why do you keep chasing away gold mines? Ugh, no wonder horror games are dying. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Nightmares of Nature. As always, I'm your host, Mr. G. Well, our first time this go around is about pigs, and this time, we're doing cows. Oh, yeah. Cows, or bovine, are a subfamily of artiodactyls that are closely related to antelope. Bovine are pretty recognizable thanks to their stocky build and their horns. Most bovine are herd animals, and they have a pretty wide range, with them only not being native to Antarctica and Australia. And also South America, which doesn't have any native bovine, but there are some cow breeds that have been bred there, so if you think they count, you can go right on ahead. I don't, though. Bovine are pretty tough animals that are often seen as a hard but rewarding prey to most predators, thanks to their large amount of meat being guarded by deadly horns and their sheer numbers. As such, most predators only go after the sick or stranded members. Bovine are also famous, or infamous, for the fact that they eat their own vomit. You see, cows have a very complex digestive system, and when they first swallow plants, they can't digest it all the way. You see, when it first lands in their stomach, the nutrients get sapped out, but the plant doesn't fully dissolve. So they regurgitate it into their mouths, where they continue chewing until the plant is fine enough to fully digest. Also, contrary to popular belief, they don't have 4 stomachs, they have 1 stomach with 4 chambers. Now let's look at 4 notable bovines, starting with the one you see on screen right now, the American buffalo, bison. Yes, its genus name is the same as its species name. These guys are famous for their very hairy bodies and high-up humps, which allows them to have more optimal neck movement. Buffalo is the largest mammal in North America, with them being a bit larger than the domestic cow. These guys are perfectly adapted for life in grasslands, spending most of the day grazing and chewing their vomit. During the winter, buffalo gain hairier coats and they can use their horns as a snowplow. Pretty neat. Crossing the Atlantic, we find the African buffalo, Sincerus caffer. Also known as the Cape buffalo, these guys do not mess around. Africa is full of predators, and as such, they've developed a very tough exterior and a very bad attitude. Herds of buffalo have been known to hunt down prides of lions that have attacked them, and if anything hurts them, they will immediately charge at whatever it was that did it. Because of this, they've gained the nickname Black Death and are often considered one of the most dangerous animals on the continent due to their revengeful nature. Over in Asia, we find the water buffalo, Bubalus arni, which got its name due to how they prefer to live by the river and how they often use water and mud to cool off. Finally, we have the yak, Bos mudas. These guys live in the Himalayas, and as you can see, they're very hairy in order to protect them from the chilly mountain weather. They also have very nutritious milk. It's not exactly a picnic to milk them, but once you get the hairs out, it's actually quite good. Was anyone even gonna get that reference? I know that's a famous movie, but that seems like a pretty. Whatever. Now, you might be wondering which one of these guys our cows come from. Well, here's a surprise for you. This is also a Monsters of the Past episode. Yep, the animal we got the cow from is actually extinct. This is the auroch, a species of cattle that used to live all over the old world from the Pleistocene to just a few hundred years ago. These massive cows were once very widespread, and many cultures have depictions of them, like cave paintings from the Ice Age, Egyptian art, and even figures made of bronze. So we have a pretty good picture of what they looked like. Sadly, the auroch went the way of many Ice Age megafauna. Hunting from humans combined with habitat loss resulted in the auroch population dipping into very low numbers until the very last one was killed in 1627. Since then, the only remnant of them is the modern cow, which were likely descendants of them. So, like the Neanderthal, despite them being gone, they're also still kinda with us in a way. They're still an important figure in the history of extinction, as they're often considered the first animal to be declared extinct in modern times, and they, along with the extinction of the dodo, is what ultimately led to people realizing animals could disappear, and it brought us the first steps of trying to conserve them. And thus ends the tale of the auroch. Gone, not forgotten. Now let's look at the card. Yeah, there is only one bovine card. I just wanted to talk about the whole group. Yeah, they only gave the card to the African buffalo, which makes sense, but anyway, it's fine. Now, cows and humans have a pretty good thing going on. Obviously, they're prime providers of both meat and dairy, which gave us cheese and ice cream, two things I don't think I could live without. But cows are also pretty controversial since they're pretty bad for the environment, all things considered. They require a lot of space, requiring a lot of land to be cleared, and they give off a lot of greenhouse gases, so, yeah. I don't actually know what we could do about this ethically wise, so, I don't know. Over in India, cows are considered sacred animals, and therefore killing or consuming them is a big taboo. And as for wild bovine, humans have a shaky relationship with them, especially the American bison. You see, many native groups found great importance in the bison since it gave plenty of meat and their fur, skin, and bones could be repurposed into other things like shelter and clothing. But this relationship ended up causing them to nearly go extinct. You see, buffalo are one of those animals that came back from the brink of extinction, and to say they were killed with malicious intent would be an understatement. You see, during the age of colonialism, settlers realized how important the buffalo were, and then they figured that if they got rid of the buffalo, then the natives would have to be subservient to them. As such, mass killing sprees abounded, with buffalo being slaughtered left and right. If you saw a buffalo, you were encouraged to shoot it on sight. This got so bad that by the year 1900, there were fewer than 1,000 of them left. Luckily, in the modern age, bison are doing much better, with buffalo being repopulated back to numbers that, while still not as much as their pre-slaughter numbers, is enough to make them not an endangered species. Other wild species are doing better though. Both the yak and water buffalo have been domesticated, and the Cape buffalo is a very hard animal to poach because, again, very vengeful creatures. All in all, cows are doing pretty fine nowadays. So, yeah. Well, I've been Mr. G, this has been Nightmares in Nature. We'll switch over next time. See you guys later.